Yo, Celtics Nation, buckle up. Today's news is straight fire, hitting every corner of our green hearts. We've got injuries that sting, trade rumors that'll blow your mind, decisions that could reshape the team, and a departure nobody saw coming. What's the front office cooking up? Can we bounce back this season? You won't believe what's coming. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's dive into the news. Which of these is gonna make you lose it? Drop it in the comments. All right, Celtics Nation, let's jump into the first bombshell. Picture this, TD Garden packed, fans buzzing, but a gut punch piece of news is shaking the core of our team. Jayson Tatum, our superstar, our cornerstone, went down with a brutal injury, a torn Achilles. Yep, the 2025-26 season hasn't even tipped off, and we're already hit hard. This broke in January 2025, and the fan base is torn between shock and hope. How'd this happen? And bigger question, what's it mean for the team's future? Tatum's injury hit during a preseason workout, per sources close to the team. He was grinding through explosive moves, stuff that makes him a top-tier star, when he felt the pain and collapsed. The verdict? Full Achilles tear. If you don't know, that's a big deal. Recovery could take 6 to 12 months, and even then, returning to all-star form isn't a lock. Kevin Durant came back strong, but guys like Klay Thompson took time to find their groove. Fans are freaking out, and I'm right there with them. Tatum's the pulse of this team, dropping 30 points a game last season, clutch as they come, but hold up, it's not just about Tatum. The Celtics are staring down a financial nightmare with a luxury tax bill hitting $238 million. That's squeezing the budget tight, forcing tough calls. Without Tatum, someone's got to step up, and Jaylen Brown's name is on the trade block. Hot rumors say he could be moved to ease the salary cap. One deal making waves involves the San Antonio Spurs. They'd offer the number 2 and number 14 picks in the 2025 draft, plus Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sochan, and a 2030 first rounder. Wild, right? It'd be a total roster shakeup. On one hand, it makes sense. Vassell and Johnson bring youth and scoring, Sochan's a defensive beast, and that number 2 pick could land a future star. The number 14 pick adds depth. Boston's shown they can compete with young talent, but trading Brown, a clutch leader, feels like ripping out the team's soul. Fans are split. Some say it's rebuild time, others call it a massive mistake. What's your take? Can you picture the Celtics without JB? And here's the kicker, this is just the start. The front office is under fire, and the next moves could change everything. While we're reeling from this injury and trade buzz, another shocker's about to drop. While we're still processing Tatum's injury and the Jaylen Brown trade rumors, another bombshell hits. The Celtics are in a financial bind, with the salary cap tighter than ever thanks to the NBA's new collective bargaining agreement. That luxury tax bill is terrifying, pushing the front office to consider major moves. Names like Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday are swirling in trade talks. But the real buzz is about landing a young, promising big man to switch things up. According to NBA insider Jake Weinbach, the Celtics have their eyes on Mark Williams, the 23-year-old center from the Charlotte Hornets. Yup, the kid who's been turning heads. Williams is a beast in the paint, averaging 15.2 points, 10.2 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 1.2 blocks last season. He's not a floor spacer like Porzingis, but he's a physical force who owns the boards and intimidates on defense. Picture him anchoring the paint while the team scrambles to cover for Tatum. Could he be the missing piece? But wait, there's a catch. The Hornets tried trading Williams before, but the deal fell through over medical concerns. That's a red flag. Is he fully healthy? Still, his contract's a steal at $6.2 million next season, giving Boston some cap relief. If they move Porzingis, whose salary is much heftier, Williams could be a smart bet to keep the team competitive without breaking the bank. Fans are torn. Some see the injury risk as a deal breaker. Others are hyped about his energy. Strategically, it checks out. After last season's playoff letdown, the team needs fresh blood, someone with intensity and physicality. At 23, Williams isn't an all-star yet, but he's got room to grow in Joe Mazzulla's system. The question is it worth giving up a floor spacer like Porzingis for a more traditional big? What if Williams doesn't fit? The front office is on the hot seat to nail this one. And that's not even the wildest part of the day, because a move involving a veteran might just break our green hearts. As we're wrapping our heads around a new big man in the paint, another story hits that shaking Celtics nation. Even before Tatum's injury, the talk was all about who stays and who goes. With the team over the NBA's second tax apron, the financial pressure is unreal, and it's messing with the future of some of our icons. One name in the Storm's eye is Al Horford, our 5-time All-Star vet, who's at a career crossroads as a free agent in 2025. At 39, Horford still playing at an elite level, but the big question is, will he be back in Boston? ESPN's Tim Bontemps dropped a cold reality check on the Hoop Collective. With Tatum out indefinitely, he said the Celtics might not be the best spot for Al anymore. His words hit hard. I don't think it makes sense for Horford to return to Boston now. Ouch, right? Horford's a legend. 7 years with us, leading on and off the court, powering multiple playoff runs. But there's more. Bontemps dropped a bombshell. The Knicks are eyeing Horford. He's a longtime friend of Karl Anthony Towns and played with him on the Dominican national team. Bontemps called him a perfect fit for New York's roster. Imagine that. Our guy, who left for the 76ers in 2019, now in a Knicks jersey. Fans are losing it. Some call it betrayal, others get that at 39. He might chase a ring with a stronger contender without Tatum. It makes strategic sense for Horford to look elsewhere. Without Tatum, Boston might lean toward a rebuild, and he may not want to spend his final years on a transitioning team. But losing a leader who anchors the defense and stretches the floor hurts. Can we replace that experience? Fans are split. Some say it's time to let Al go. Others want him retiring in green. What's your take? Hold up though, because the next curveball is even crazier. A departure nobody saw coming is shaking up Boston's future. While we're still grappling with the idea of losing Horford, another blow lands like a punch to the gut. This time, it's not a player or coach, but a key figure behind the scenes. Per ESPN's Shams Charania, the Utah Jazz have snagged our assistant GM Austin Ainge as their new president of basketball operations. Yup, the son of Celtics legend Danny Ainge, who helped build our dynasty, is headed to Salt Lake City. This move, reported in January 2025, has everyone talking. Austin's been with Boston since 2009, starting as the G League team's coach before moving to the front office, where he spent the last 6 years as assistant GM. He was a driving force behind drafts and trades that shaped the team. Losing someone with 17 years of Boston know-how is huge. Jazz Governor Ryan Smith called Austin one of the NBA's brightest minds, praising his vision and leadership. Here's the twist. Austin's joining his dad, Danny Ainge, now the Jazz's CEO. Father and son teaming up again, but against us. That stings since they were key to building championship rosters in Boston. Fans are reeling. Some feel betrayed, others respect his leap to a bigger role. Being president of operations is a massive step, and Austin said he's pumped to build the Jazz's future. Strategically, this hurts. With Tatum's injury, trade rumors, and Horford's potential exit, the front office needs stability. Losing Austin is like losing the brain behind years of smart moves. Who fills that gap? Can Brad Stevens hold it down alone? Fans are worried, and rightfully so. One misstep in the draft or a trade could be costly with the luxury tax looming. And yet, while we're digesting this shakeup, there's one more surprise that'll make you rethink everything about Boston's future. Man, Celtics Nation, what a day to test our loyalty. Tatum's injury flipped everything upside down. The Jaylen Brown trade rumors are leaving us shook. Mark Williams' potential arrival has fans split, and Horford possibly jumping to the Knicks is a dagger. To top it off, Austin Ainge heading to the Jazz feels like losing a piece of the team's brain. Is the front office making the right call, leaning into a rebuild, or are they throwing away our shot at a title? Boston's at a crossroads. What's your take? Genius or disaster? Drop it in the comments, hit that like, and subscribe.